Yo, what's good, Kai Anforth? I'm your guide Q. It's sad cringe time, and we got an extra special post at the end of this that was going to be its own video, but instead it's in this video, so it's extra good. All right, we got somebody that's looking for a goth GF around their school, I guess. Looking for goth GF must be goth, a girl that's over the age of 18. Ready to be emotionally and physically disappointed. Full-time, vaxxed, sober, loves animals, heavy metal, hard rock listener, have a driver's license. Serious inquiries only, please email me. Please help me. I feel so lonely and no one cares about me. I don't care if you're doing it as a joke. Even if you're free, I just needed human contact and someone to keep me company. Please, someone just talk to me. This is a serious cry for help. P.S. If you're interested, that's fine. Otherwise, give me a pass. I think we can all agree that attraction signs are a bad idea in general. It's never a good thing. It's never really gonna work. But if you're gonna do one, don't be so ready to be emotionally and physically disappointed. Who's gonna sign up for that? That sounds awful. And the last paragraph is just all stuff you should not say to anybody that you're trying to attract to yourself, dude. Ugh. This individual had a few questions to ask men that they asked all within the course of like 2 hours. How bad would it be to ask a female coworker out when you work at a supermarket? What would you do if a pretty girl started talking to you at work and you began to blush? If it's a general rule not to date those you work with, then why did the characters in The Office often date each other? What would you do if you regularly are awkward and shy around pretty girls, but just got hired to work in a supermarket? What would you do if one of your coworkers in a supermarket you worked at was a pretty girl, but you usually get anxious around pretty girls? Like, you could have just asked this one time, or maybe just fit everything into one fucking question. Like, ugh. So this guy got banned from a Discord server for saying the N-word and then messages a moderator and immediately threatens to do an unalive on himself. He says, "Don't you care that I'm gonna end it all? Shows my worth to all of you. Goodbye." What? I know that you're upset, but it's not that serious, okay? It's just a stupid Discord server. It's not just that. It's my generation. I can't deal with this. Life is too hard. Dude, I'm sure there's other people like you in this generation. Just go find them and make friends. Like, this dude's like, yo, my generation is just too fucking soft. They get mad when you say the N-word. Oh, I got banned from a Discord server. I'm gonna end my life. Like, it's like, what? You can't have it both ways, buddy. Alright, this was posted on r/waifuism, which we've covered in the past, and this user has this to say. Told my parents about my waifu and their response was everything I hoped it wouldn't be. So my mom could tell something was going on and she wouldn't leave me alone about it. Finally, she said that if I told her whatever it was, she would say okay, leave the room, and never bring it up again. I should have known better, but I told her about undying. It took her a day to tell my dad about it. When he heard about it, he immediately said he was going to call the mental hospital. I started trying to explain it more to him, but I'm not very good at explaining things. Nevertheless, he said he wasn't going to call the mental hospital once he heard I know she isn't real. He did make me say it's impossible to be in love with a fictional character, and he took away my electronics once he knew about the online community. He said I can't be talking to people who think this is okay. He and my mom agreed to make me sign up for at least 3 activities around town so that I could associate with people around my age. They believe it's going to help me so I won't have to use this made-up girlfriend anymore. I still have my school tablet and Reddit isn't blocked on it, so that's how I'm able to post this. They do have my phone, but I have Reddit notifications off, and they have no reason to randomly check my Reddit history. I barely even use the site. My mom is also now going along with me to my therapy sessions, so if I mention undying there, I'll have to hear what she has to say about it. I'm moving out in about 3 months. Times will be tough until then, I guess. Dear Lord, please give me your thoughts on this so that I don't have to be the only person that's thinking about this situation in depth, because it's terrifying to me. It seems like this is something that you could, like, enjoy as, like, a passing interest, but it doesn't seem like a lifestyle that can be maintained long term, because it's a one-sided thing. Like, you are creating the dialogue between the two of you other than, like, watching the program where they're also not interacting with you. It's just a piece of media to enjoy, not to fall in love with. It's just not good. It's just not good in my opinion. Let me know what you think. So this comment section is from a 4chan feels thread on GIF, which, if you don't know, is a thread where people post GIFs of usually girls, like, being cute and talking to a camera in a lovingly way, and then they will fantasize about what it would be like if somebody talked to them like that. And this guy posts in the thread, "I'm 38, married, 2 kids, am much of the year out of the house due to business. On lonely days, I explicitly search out these threads to help me appreciate what awaits me at home." And then somebody replies, "You're using us, you piece of shit. Do you know how jealous we all are of you? How much bitterness you inspire within us? Using our pain and grief as a backdrop to your successes. I don't blame you, but I wish you would go away." I have 2 things that I want to say about this. The first point is obvious. It's that 4chan's an anonymous website. It's much more likely that this is a lonely internet dweller trying to antagonize other lonely internet dwellers, as opposed to it actually being a 38-year-old dad of 2 that's super successful. However, if it is a 38-year-old dad, it is very strange that he's spending so much time on GIF on 4chan, because if you're not familiar, it's not really a wholesome place. It's more like 95% hardcore adult content and, like, watching people die. It's not a wholesome place to hang out in search of feels threads to make fun of. This is a comment on a video about adult partnership dolls. "I get you, friend. Ever since I discovered love dolls, my interest for girls just disappeared. I remember a few years back, whenever I would ask girls to be friends, they'd think I'd want to assault them or something. Their attitude from that moment just changed, and they'd begin to distance themselves, feeling uneasy with you like you're some criminal or something disgusting. Others will get into silly gossips with friends, and you become an object of scorn. Now single and happy with my doll. Note, I don't call them intimate dolls. I call them love dolls because they aren't just about intimacy, but companionship. When you feel like you can have your doll cuddle next to you while watching TV or reading a book or waiting at the door smiling when you return home from work. You can take a bath with your doll. One of the best hobbies about owning a love doll is buying dresses for her and dressing her up and doing some photo shoots to determine how you like her best. Just like with real women, it's not every time you want to spend time with your doll. So when you don't feel like, you can just hide her somewhere and continue with whatever you have to do. She won't complain. The trick about having a love doll is to find the perfect doll that suits your dreams. One you won't get tired of easily. One that you know you would truly love when you buy. Don't just buy any love doll out there just for the sake of intimacy, but for a true imaginary girlfriend you can connect with. Also, make sure your doll is hyper-realistic to your taste and in quality, touch, and feel. Better spend your money to have a doll of your dreams than a female who will make your life miserable and unhappy. Move on with your life. Good luck. This comment had 9 likes, so I guess some people could relate to this, and like, I was talking shit about the waifu thing earlier, but with this, it almost seems like these guys are so not good with women, either by their own fault or no fault of their own, that maybe it is good to just substitute that instead of making people uncomfortable, because it sounds like every time this guy tries to make friends with a girl, he makes them uncomfortable, so maybe it's better to just have a love doll, I don't know. So you see this dude on the left, so this dude is trying to cheat on his wife, and he thinks he's gonna cheat with this woman on the right, but he's actually just getting catfished by somebody pretending to be this adult film star, and he absolutely refuses to believe that this is the case. The first 4 minutes of this video is like super boring, but the purpose that it does serve is that this dude is in a video call with this girl, thoroughly explaining that people try to catfish as her all the time. She has a ton of experience with this. She has never reached out to this guy. She does not know who he is, and they are absolutely not communicating with one another.
All right, that's fine. Thank you. I'm sorry, I just gotta be quiet for now.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and go because I just need to step outside for a few minutes.
You need a break.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Understood.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for the answer. So.
No problem.
Of course.
So yeah, if you happened to not notice, this dude is sitting next to his wife that he has been trying to cheat on, and she's just sitting there through like this whole interview, the explanation, watching him now get visibly upset and have to leave the room because of the information he's received. It's just, ugh.
That's it. That's exactly what I thought. I mean, I've researched as much as I could and learned a lot, you know, how to try and find things to look for, you know, and how to find out whether they're real or not. And everything I came across was 100% sure that it was not her. Right. And he could not show me one for sure thing that she was. He just had hopes.
I guess my question is, will he discontinue talking to whoever he's talking to?
That I don't know. I know he had told me that if she wasn't the real Alex, that he thought she might be somebody else just as pretty and maybe even another porn star, you know, and all I could do was roll my eyes. I mean,
Every word that comes out of her mouth is so heartbreaking because, like, I don't know why she was doing research and not just leaving his ass, but maybe she wanted to try and, you know, salvage the marriage or something like that, make him come to his senses that, like, he's just talking to random fucking strangers on the internet. He does not know who they are, but it's just, this guy is such a piece of shit, and we will see now his interview afterwards and his explanation for what he's going to do next.
Talking to me because it's fucking for social media. Pretty up playing games like that with me, but I'll have to deal with it. Oh. You know, it's not the best thing in the world. Mm-hmm. But I still need to get back to other people to find out what's really going on, because now I can use that video to show them and say, hey, put up or shut up now. So that's all I need to know.
Do you know what you're gonna do coming forward?
I just get over it. You know, depends on the outcome. You know, I mean, this person is supposed to be really coming to meet me. Who is she? You know, what's up with that? So I got answers I gotta find out. I mean, me and Tammy are fine. We love each other, but it's platonic. You know, we're just used to each other all the time. I never want her to leave because I love her to death. But, you know, there's the side of me that, you know, still wants the other stuff and like that, and I just screwed up all the way around.
There's just so much fucking bullshit to break down with this single clip of him being interviewed and then the text passing that. So first off, he wants the best of both worlds. He wants to stay with his wife, who is clearly just heartbroken and tormented by this whole situation because, oh, he loves her. I like the other stuff too. He's just a fucking piece of garbage, and he's treating it like it's like some high school shit, like, oh, it's silly playing games like that. Like, he's literally saying that it would mess up her social media for her to be with him. Like, he's just straight up believing the catfish that's trying to convince him of things against just all the odds. Like, this dude is fully delusional and still thinks he's talking to this fucking woman. I mean, just let me read these texts from the wife at the end here. He went and texted his Alex and asked her about it. She said she was not allowed to admit any relationship. So now Steve is saying Alex straight up lied on Skype. I blew up at him. He is beyond help, unfortunately. So he's still fully convinced. And this is the happy ending. Tammy is done with this dude. She's getting out of the situation, and it's for the best. Hey, if you want more cringe, click on the top right corner of your screen to get a playlist of all the videos I've made. They're all pretty damn cringy. Anyway, I'd like to give a shout out to Hannah, Matthew Kendall, Caitlin, Beth the Dork, Ashton Jacobson, June, ... Mega Mander, Alicia, Catco, Kennedy DeSilvis, Tapey, Hyper Ninja Child, Jared D, Regrettable Stitches, Allison B, Fiona Fox, Kaya Bay, and Brittany, as well as everyone else you see on your screen for being top tier channel members. Appreciate you guys a lot. Hope you're all doing well, skating on to the best of your abilities, drinking a sufficient amount of water. I'll see you super soon. Yo, peace out, Cub Scouts. Take it easy. Keep it sleazy, baby. Yeah.